is another part of this equation. All of that is true, and it's true for us as well. But there is a distinct lack of information flow that tends to be, as Mohammed described, one-way good news and so forth. And we're not going to incline towards speculation, towards speculative stories, because we have our credibility to look after. It does drive us to a greater conservatism in our approach, but I don't see that as self-censorship. I see it as caution, because the worst thing we can do is absolutely get a story wrong.
Okay. Martha?
I'll pass.
Yeah, let me ask you out here, how many of you would like to see greater transparency here in the UAE? And I know it's a brave thing to ask you to raise your hands. Okay, you know, the vast majority of you. You know, I want to open this up to some questions. Who has some questions for the panel out here? Raise your hands. We have one question back here, we have one right here, we have one right here, and one right here. And while the mics are getting to you, I want to ask you one thing, because I think this is a very relevant point, all right? And Martha, you touched on it, all right? And I think this was part of the problem during the crisis, that we as journalists, all right, especially if you have close access to somebody, you know, a chief executive, there was a lot of criticism of CNBC, and I realize that, you know, even though you're the same brand, what you do here is some different than what they do in New York, about how they're basically